Hey, so welcome back to Victor Ferrari's Garage. While we wait for third gear to get here for my transmission in the mail, let's talk about batteries. So this one here is an AGM battery, stands for Absorbed Glass Mat Battery. And what an AGM battery versus a regular battery is this one has a construction design inside it where they use different layers of separated lead screen and glass, like a fiberglass mat, and the construction allows them to roll these up and create much bigger cells than with a conventional battery. The other advantage to these batteries is they are sealed. This is not a vent or anything you can open. It's just a piece of the top. Because these are sealed and they don't have a liquid in them per se, you can mount these upside down. You can mount them on their side. You can do anything you want with this battery. So you can put it in a ton of places that you couldn't put a conventional battery with the caps on it and the liquid acid in it. The safety factor of this battery is huge compared to the standard batteries. If you're going to be off-roading in your dune buggy, the last thing you want is acid having a possibility of dumping on somebody if you tip over the buggy or whatever. And with these, you can crush this battery, poke holes in it. It is not going to ignite into flames like the batteries that you find in your cell phones and stuff, so you don't have that concern. You're not going to have the fluid spill out if you puncture it. So these are just an incredibly safe battery. Now, as far as the mounting and everything goes, you've got multiple different types of connection terminals. You can screw in just a regular bolt and hold your wire on. You can screw in these removable clip pieces that you can clip on a jumper cable to, something like that. You can go with the traditional terminal tops. What's cool about them is you can mount your winch to these, mount your starter and regular stuff, frame rail to these. And so these are very useful, versatile batteries. Your discharge rate is cranking amps is 1,000. That is really high, and you need that for performance motors with a lot of compression. Volkswagen motors that when you're out running them in the desert, they get hot, and the Volkswagen motors will literally tighten up and not want to start as easy. That's when this comes in. Cold cranking amps, 800. Compared to your conventional battery, usually you'll get 800 as your cranking amp, and your cold cranking amps might be 450, 500. And what that is at 32 degrees or 0 degrees Celsius, what will it crank at freezing? And that is a huge difference to a standard battery. So the capacity of this is really huge also compared to the standard ones. I can crank my Volkswagen literally for weeks. I cranked it in the garage, just doing different things and all that. And the battery didn't even go down. It was at 12.7. And after, I believe, 2 months of kind of tinkering with my buggy, putting lights on it, cranking the motor, but not starting it for different reasons, I was still at 12.7 at 2 months later, which shocked me. A regular battery, you'll crank for a few minutes, put some lights on it, test them, and it'll be dead. So the other big thing is durability. This does not have plates in it that can vibrate and break and short out with another plate and kill your battery. That cannot happen in this. So when you're off-roading in the dunes, Glamis, Baja 1000, whatever, rock crawling, you can beat the crap out of this and it'll never kill it. Well, I won't say never, but you're talking virtually your chances are zero of killing this compared to a standard battery. Okay, and shorting out on the trail is not a good deal. Now, when you're charging these, you're going to want to try your best to get a charger that puts out, 2 amps to 12 amps. But the lower the amperage, the longer you can charge it, the better this thing will hold the charge. It's just like a cell phone. If you do a fast charge and jam it in, it'll wear back down real quick. If you let it charge overnight with a slow charger, it'll actually last all day. And so these, you want to do your first charge with these real slow, and then about every 2 weeks in your buggy, just hook it up at night in the garage and let it slow charge, because your alternator fast charges all the time. So talking about chargers, you want to get one that's like this. It has AGM. You can select your battery type from standard to AGM to gel. I've never played with a gel, so don't ask me much about it. I don't know. But this one here will condition your battery. It's not just how it's charging it, but it's conditioning it. And if you read up on that, it's done through different pulses of fast charge, slow charge, high amp injection, going back to low amp, discharging it while you think it's charging. Sometimes it's discharging for a minute and then ramming power back into it to heat the cells and burn off any contaminants that get in them. So believe it or not, this thing does a lot. It's not just a fake light. Okay. And then of course you want to charge on 3 amps, versus a rapid. Anyway, but as far as durability, you can't beat these batteries. As far as longevity, using a winch, lots of KCs, you can't beat these batteries. High compression starting, you can't beat these batteries. Safety, you can't beat these batteries. The other thing is, you get a 3-year free replacement warranty with your receipt. That's not a proration. They will replace this if it goes bad on you. Okay, as long as you didn't cause it. Now, I don't speak for Optima, but I do know that is basically their rule. So the other thing is the price. Yes, these are about $220, but you're going to get a couple, 2 or 3 years out of your regular conventional battery if you're in a street car. But if you put it in a dune buggy or an off-road, you might get a year, you might get 5 weeks. This thing here, you're going to get 5, 6, 7, 8 years out of this. So is it worth spending exactly twice the money? Yeah, totally, because your other battery won't even have the cranking amps or the longevity or the long life. So totally go for it. I highly recommend those batteries. You can't go wrong. So I hope that helps you with some of your questions about these glass mat batteries. And, if you can, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell so you can get notified of my videos. And like always, I encourage, put a comment down, any comment, I don't care. Don't be a jerk, but I try to answer everybody's comments. I try to have fun with people, and I think that's what it's all about. So hit me up in the comments. Have a great day.